I know there's some big goals going into this season, right? College football playoff, Big Ten championship. It kind of seems like those opportunities are less likely now. How do you stay focused? How do you keep the team focused going forward?
I mean, I think Coach Ferentz does a really good job of keeping us focused on just improving. And, kind of the results are the results, but if we're not getting better every single day, then eventually the results aren't going to add up. So I think for us, we're just continually trying to get better. I mean, whether, win or lose, whatever the results are, we're just trying to get better every single day. And as competitors, as football players, that's all we can do.
What were kind of the correctable things you saw in film?
There's kind of a lot of correctable things. I think, for me, I think I could have, I missed a couple throws early. And then I think that's from more of a personal standpoint. I think, overall as a team, I don't know how much, what a lot of guys are saying in other rooms, but I know a lot of guys, feel like we could have, played better, but, we're on to this week and, now we have a new week and, a week to get back at it and, correct those things and play our best football.
You were saying something on Saturday about kind of being able to bounce back, this team having some resiliency, being able to bounce back well. What do you see as kind of the key to that?
I think it's just a lot of mental toughness. I think, when things don't go good or you're faced with adversity, it takes experience or mental toughness and really just a lot of motivation and desire to be good. And I think, this team and this unit has showed that. And, I don't expect anything less than a response from us.
Cade, I know the beginning of games has been a little bit difficult. I don't think you guys have scored on a first drive of the season so far, but you come out halftime, flip things around. I guess how do you take that what's been successful at the beginning of third quarters and maybe apply that to the beginning of games?
I think a little bit of that success is that we're comfortable with what we're seeing. I think for us to, we're really comfortable. I think going into halftime, once we're able to make the adjustments, then we know exactly, what we need to do in the second half. So I think that's a good sign, of what we're doing in the second half. But I think overall, I don't know, a lot of things add up to not scoring or not, getting the drive. But I think, just the faster that we can find rhythm, that's the biggest thing for us, because once we catch rhythm, then, one thing adds to the next and we start moving the ball pretty fast.
The cliche in college football is the 24-hour rule, but the fact of the matter is everybody on this team is human. They all handle losses differently. How quickly are you able to go from this sucks mode to all right, back to work mode, and how do you do it?
To be honest, I don't think you have an option. Whether you feel like, the 24-hour rule is in effect or not, you have to be able to move on and you have to be able to bounce back. And I think, for every one of us, obviously, we have a lot of guys who've put in a lot of work and have spent a lot of time and who really have just so much effort into this season and then their work. And I think, obviously it's difficult when we lose, but that's the game, is that we have to be able to play and we have to, we're a bunch of resilient guys and we have to use that. And I think for us, the leadership that we have on this team, is a representation of that resiliency, and I think, it takes guys like that to keep it moving forward.
Hey, Cade, how tough are you on yourself personally? And when things don't go well, you put pressure on yourself. Are you one of those guys that's tough on yourself?
Absolutely. I'm my biggest critic. I know exactly, when I mess up or when I should have done something better, and I think that's just the standard that I've always held myself to.
Do you ever look back at a game and say, I could have ran there, I could have used my legs? And are you as comfortable doing that now as you were prior to two knee surgeries?
Really, I wasn't able to, throughout my entire career, other than high school, I haven't been able to break tackles or do stuff in the pocket that I've already done this season. And at this point, I'm very comfortable with moving around, but I think, I don't look back and, for the most part, it's usually, okay, was I on time here? Very rarely is it a case when, if I should have ran, then that means, no one was open and I couldn't have given it. But at the same time, I feel like I could, with my accuracy, I can give a guy a chance or something. So I think, as far as me physically, I think I'm very comfortable with running and moving and all that stuff. So, despite surgery or not, I feel like I'm in a better place physically than I ever have.
Okay, Luke Lachey kind of just talked about the mishap between you and him that led to the interception. Can you just describe from your perspective what happened there and what you guys discussed after the matter?
Yeah, I mean, it was a look that, I know exactly what the look was. I saw something and I thought something different, and Luke was actually right in the sense, and it was my bad for not seeing it the way that he did. And in a way, we were able to learn from that, especially me, and I think it really influenced kind of some of the other plays that we were able to get into in the second and towards the end of the second half, because after that play we knew how they were going to play some things. And I think at the end of the day, we have to be on the same page, but Luke made the right decision in that moment, and I should have done better.
What are some of
Northwestern a little bit? You have a couple guys in your locker room who were on Northwestern cross last year. Does that help you guys at all? I don't know if they're able to give you some insight into defensive looks, anything like that?
Yeah, there's a lot. With the portal and everything, there's guys who are coming from different programs and who have had different experiences. And I think, obviously we have Jacob and Sully that have been on that team before, and I think it's just easier that they give us a little extra insight. I think as any, because they're a part of our team now and they're trying to help us win, and they're doing everything that they can. So whatever knowledge and information that they can come up with, or that they think can help the team, I'm sure that they're going to say that. But as far as our preparation, it's the same as every week, that we have to do everything we can during the week and practice at our best, and strive to just continue to get better in order for us to be prepared for Saturday.
what are some things you're just doing to take care of yourself mentally? Because there's been lots of ups and downs, already through 7 games.
Yeah, one of the biggest things is I've relied on my faith. And I've also relied on a lot of important people in my life, whether it's the ups or the downs. Those people in my life, whether it's my family, whether it's Jordan, whether it's John, those people in my life are really important to me, and those are the people who matter most to me.
What's Nana doing?
How's Nana doing?
Yeah,
she's doing good. Yeah, she wasn't able to make it to. They had plans to come out to one of the games, but sadly she wasn't able to make it. But I look forward to seeing her soon.